Hello, romance writers. Welcome back to Write with Heart. I am Jenna Harte, and today we're going to be talking about 37 ideas to bust through writer's block during NaNoWriMo or anytime you happen to be stuck. Now, success at NaNoWriMo or in writing a book in general starts with a good plan and an environment that is conducive to writing. But to get across the finish line and write your book, you need to have the ability to keep writing when the muse leaves, when you're overwhelmed and frustrated, or you just don't want to write. So to help you get through these moments, here are 37 ideas that are in no particular order of things to do when you get stuck or want to quit NaNoWriMo or writing your book altogether. Number 1 is to take a break. Now, taking a break may seem counterintuitive when you're doing a writing challenge, but sometimes it's exactly what is needed if you are stressed out or worried or overwhelmed. And when you take your break, just go for a walk or have a cup of tea or just sit and breathe. What you may find is that in taking a break, your story will start to come to you because you're not focused on it. So make sure that you have a notebook or a recorder on hand to jot down any ideas that come to you. Number 2, to jumpstart your writing, is to change your environment. Now, having a designated writing space can be very important for writing, but if you find yourself uninspired, take your laptop and go write somewhere else. You can go move to a different spot in your home, or you can actually leave your home, going to the library or to a local coffee cafe. Number 3, if you're feeling stuck, is to write your book out of order. There is no rule that says you have to start from the beginning and then write all the way to the end. If you're stuck on a particular part of your novel, jump ahead to a scene that you already know what's going to happen and that you're excited about writing. Especially for NaNoWriMo, skipping to scenes that you already know what's going to happen can make it easier to help you stay on pace with your word count, and it can also spark ideas for the scenes that you are struggling with. Number 4 is to flesh out writing that you've already done. If you're stuck on what new to write, you can go back and add layers of description and senses to your previous scenes. You can go back and enhance the emotional stakes and the atmosphere. Number 5 is to recap with story summaries. Yes, this is redundant and it will likely be cut and revision, but summarizing what's already happened in your story can help you conceptualize and organize your story ideas and remind you of areas of your plot that you may have forgotten or character arcs that need working on, and therefore provides a springboard for new material. Number 6 is to ask what-if questions. Pose scenarios to your characters that will challenge them, alter their paths, or deepen their relationships. Number 7 is to use writing prompts. Writing prompts can awaken your muse by giving you ideas that you might not have considered on your own. Now, Squibbler has 130 romance writing prompts, Readsy has 80, and Screencraft has 101 romance prompts, and I will have links to those in the description below. Number 8 is to seek help by brainstorming using AI. Now, I know AI has become a dirty word in writing, but AI is a tool like anything else. It can do a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with writing your prose. Simply give the AI a basic summary of what's going on and then ask it for ideas on what could happen next. Number 9 to jumpstart your writing is to read what you've already written. Now here, I'm not telling you to go back and revise or edit, although that's certainly something you could do if it helped you. Instead, reading your story can help re-immerse yourself into the plot and reconnect with your characters, making it easier to write the next scene. Number 10 is to join a write-in. Writing can be a very solitary activity, so it can be quite motivational to write alongside others, unless you're like me, who is way too social to write in a group atmosphere. For NaNoWriMo, you can check their website for write-ins that are in your area, or if there aren't any, you can find some online. I will have some links in the description below where you can find write-ins. Number 11 is to talk about your story. Talking about your story out loud can help you work through the blocks by clarifying your thoughts. And when you're talking about your story, you can just tell it to yourself, or you can have a partner who can help you brainstorm ideas as well. Number 12 to jumpstart your writing is to free write. You can pen a poem, journal, write a diary entry, or maybe even write from a character's secret thoughts. Number 13 is to let go of the word count. Obsessing over word count can be counterproductive because it can create stress. Ugh, there's still 1,000 words to go. Don't think about the word count and simply write your story. Number 14 is to create a music playlist. Create a playlist that reflects the mood of your novel or a character's personality. Number 15 to jumpstart your writing is to move. Never underestimate the power of a walk or a workout to kickstart your creativity. I actually do some of my best writing while I am exercising. Number 16 is to delve deeper into your characters. I am not a huge fan of character sheets, but if you're stuck, it could be that you don't have a good sense of your characters yet, and these types of sheets or character development exercises can help. While knowing their favorite food might be helpful, consider looking more into your character's past pains, current fears, their goals and motivations to develop a greater understanding of who they are and how they fit into your story. Number 17 is to do research. Similar to character development, research can help provide more fuel and more ideas or insights into your story. Whether it's researching historical details or gaining an understanding about a profession, the knowledge that you learn from your research can lead to ideas and inspiration. Another way to jumpstart your writing is to change your mode of writing. Switching from keyboard to pen shifts how your book comes out on the page. And if you're worried about having to retype everything, you don't. There is AI that can take handwritten notes and turn them into typed text. All you have to use is your phone to scan into Google Drive and then open with Google Docs, which will change your handwriting into typed text. Another way you can change your mode of writing is to dictate. Number 19 is to keep your eye on the prize. Now, of course, there's no actual prize except bragging rights to complete NaNoWriMo, but by the end of the month, you're going to have 50,000 words of a book. So to help keep you motivated, imagine the final scene or the last kiss or writing the words "the end" on the last page. Or take it all the way and imagine having your book in print. Number 20 is to delve into the backstory of your characters. Similar to recapping your story, writing a lot of backstory can be something that ends up being cut from your final draft. However, writing backstory scenes can flesh out your characters and their motivations, which in turn can make writing the current story easier. Number 21 is to focus on subplots and side quests. Romance novels often have rich secondary plots that you can develop and weave into the main narrative. Number 22, write from another character's point of view. If you're stuck on what to write next, consider rewriting the last scene from your other character's point of view. Yes, it will likely be edited or cut, but it still can be a way to get words on the page and get your mind moving towards getting your story written. Another option is to write from another character's point of view that won't be in the final draft. For example, you can write from the meddling mother's point of view or from the sidekick's point of view. Now, while writing from a point of view that won't be in your final manuscript, doing this can help give you insight into the dynamics and tensions between your characters that you hadn't considered before. Number 23 is to do a writing sprint. It's amazing what can come out of you when you are writing against the clock and don't have time to overthink things. Now, you can set up your own writing sprints, or you can join writing sprints online and do it in a group as well. Number 24 is to add a plot twist. If you're completely stuck, do something completely different. Go left instead of right. Make something go wrong, or maybe make it go right. Number 25 is to give yourself a reward for writing. You can reward yourself for having written or reward yourself for achieving certain milestones, such as reaching a word count or finishing a chapter. A little reward and celebration can go a long way toward keeping you motivated. Number 26 is to do a mind map. Mind mapping can help you visualize where your story could go. Number 27 is to ask for feedback. You can connect with another writer through Write with Heart or any other writer group that you happen to belong to. Sometimes new eyes on your work can help you see things that you've missed and provide the feedback or help you brainstorm ideas that are going to help you move forward. Number 28 is to participate in online groups. Online forums and groups can provide support and advice, tips, feedback, sprints, and a whole lot more. Now, over at Write with Heart, we do have some writing groups, or you can search for groups on Facebook. Number 29, to get yourself writing again, is to read. Stephen King has said, if you don't have time to read, you don't have the time or the tools to write. Simple as that. Reading a book from an author you admire can remind you of why you wanted to write in the first place, and their words can inspire to keep you writing as well. Number 30 is to create a visual collage of your novel's themes, settings, and characters, or you can go further and create a cover and bestseller sticker. You can create a digital collage on Pinterest, or you can use something like Canva to make one that you can print out and hang up on your wall. Number 31 is to write letters to your characters. Now, writing a letter to your character is a unique way to delve into their psyches and can lead to revelations about their actions and desires. Or another option is to write a letter to yourself that is from your character. Number 32 is to go back and revisit the core conflicts of your story. Now, the conflicts are really important because if your characters met and fell in love, there really wouldn't be any interest in that. It's your character's inner and outer conflicts that threaten their happily ever after that makes the story compelling. So if you're stuck, go back and look at the conflicts that you set up and find ways that you can use them to impede their goals and their love. Number 33 is to write the happily ever after. Now this could be the last chapter of your book, or you could go and write bonus content of your couple living their happily ever after. Number 34 is to go back and refer to your outline. Sometimes going back to your outline and looking at the big picture overview can help you see the forest through the trees while you're writing. Other times, reviewing the outline can help you figure out what's next or what's not working. Reviewing your outline can help you figure out if you have veered off your outline, and if so, do you need to find your way back, or do you need to revamp the outline to fit your new revised story? Number 35 is to meditate or daydream. Now, meditation can help you clear a cluttered mind, making space for new ideas to form. Or consider doing a mindless activity like walking or resting and simply let your mind run free on your idea. Number 36 is to draw out your scene. Especially if you're having trouble with a scene, drawing it out can help you see it more clearly, adding layers of detail that you can then describe in your writing. And number 37 is to just shut up your inner critic, sit down and write. Often what stops the writing process is worrying about the quality of the writing, whether it's the words themselves or the story. The problem with the inner critic is that it stifles creativity. Worrying about writing things that need to be edited, revised, or cut only adds to that. Your first draft is supposed to be a free flow of ideas. You know it's going to be bad, so you just go with it. It's okay if it's out of control, if it doesn't make sense sometimes, or maybe it goes completely off the deep end. That's what revision and editing are meant to clean up. So if you're stuck, shut up the critic, woo the muse, and let your creativity flow. Do you have other ideas to help work through writer's block or other struggles in writing? Please let me know in the comments below. If you would like to read a text version of this video, you can do so at writewithheart.com, and I will have a link to that in the description below. I'd also like to take a moment to invite you to Write With Heart, a free online community for romance authors where you can create a profile, access a growing library of tools and resources. You can set up your own blog, participate in groups, get tips and industry news each week. We have a Zoom call each week for support and camaraderie and a whole lot more. All you have to do is visit writewithheart.com, and again, the link will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope that you found it helpful. Until next time, this is Jenna Harte wishing you peace, love, and happily ever after.